Hola, good morning. It's Lucas. Sun's coming up. We're on the rooftop here in our Airbnb in Playa. I come up here every single morning to do some work, to do some thinking, to get inspired, and I thought I'd bring you up here with me today. We're in Playa for 3 more days, and then we're in Tulum for an entire month, and then probably Belize. Not sure where next, but it's been so inspiring to me to be able to travel, to be able to work, to be able to sit on rooftops and watch the sun come up and go swim in the ocean and deliver value and keep building the company and keep serving clients. To me, it's like a dream come true. So I'm happy that you're here with me. And today I want to talk about sales and marketing psychology. Now, there's like 14 or 15 things we could talk about. I could talk about things from scarcity and urgency and priming and bias and all of these marketing, sales, psychology. I'm not going to call them tricks because they're not, tools. But a lot of them are really overcomplicated or hard to apply. You can't directly apply it, or you've got to be a great copywriter, or you really have to put a lot of conscious effort into making them work. I just want to talk about 2 today, and what's really cool is by the end of this video, you can apply these 2 things, whether it's somewhere in your client journey, whether it's in the conversations you have, whether it's somewhere on your website or some of your call to actions or in your Facebook groups or Instagrams or social media posts. And as long as we think about them daily and just like, hey, how can I apply these today? You'll get more clients. Now, the really cool thing is you're a coach. And as a coach, you really want 2 things. You want to really serve your clients. You want to help the world. You want to help your people. But you also want to make money doing it. And those 2 things don't have to conflict. We don't have to feel bad or weird or wrong about it as long as we're doing both. Our team has a meeting every single day. What's the impact we're creating on clients? How are the clients' results? We talk about it every day, but we also talk about another thing. How's the income? How's the pipeline? How's the sales? How's the leads? And those 2 things don't have to be conflicting again. They can be, it can be a win-win. And that's what I love about business is all about creating a win-win. It's about, yes, creating a profit, but it's also about creating an impact. And a lot of times when people talk about marketing or sales psychology, they either make it wrong or bad or the secret hush-hush thing. As long as you're using it for good and you want to make an impact on your clients, we're going to be okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is emotion versus logic. You've heard this before, and this is that idea of like a lot of people are selling features and benefits. And features being like, the screen is 6,000 pixels, and what is the benefit to the user for the screen being 6,000 pixels? How does it help them? And we're really going through 3 levels here. I learned this a long time ago at a mastermind, I believe with Jason Capital. Maybe this was a Bedros Keuilian mastermind. They were talking about 3 levels of selling. First one being features and benefits. Second one being value-based selling. And third one being identity-based selling. Identity-based selling meaning if I buy your product, if I buy the BMW, it makes me more me, or it expands my identity, or it is who I am. And a lot of high-end name brands and BMWs and Gucci's and Versace's do this. You're way overpaying for the product if it comes to just the dollars it costs to make it, but the identity and the feeling you get, it's priceless. You're happy to pay extra for it. And so when I think about emotions versus logic, a lot of coaches, and I see this all the time, are selling this is what we do, and this is how many hours we spend with clients, and this is what my program looks like. But I'm like, okay, what does it feel like? What is the benefit to them? What is the result? What is the transformation? How could their lives look? Massive difference. And then with clients, we go even further. We're like, hey, what are your values? What do you stand for? How are you changing the world? How can you bring people into your program and help them expand their identity, help them tap into something bigger? And now you're really playing on emotion, and you don't have to make this wrong. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes we have this like, but I feel weird doing that. Like this is how humans operate. We like to think we're logical, but we're always making decisions based on our emotions. And if you're great or good, and if the win-win you want to create in the world is to change your clients' lives, you've got to bring them into your program. And to bring them into your program, you've got to play on their emotions. You're not lying, you're not making this up. What is the transformation? We get case studies or testimonials multiple times per week of coaches selling the first 10,000 or 6,000 or quitting their jobs. If you're committed to creating an impact, this won't feel weird. Now, if you're like, yeah, but I don't really care about my clients, then yeah, trying to sell something and playing on their emotions and trying to trick them is probably going to feel off and wrong. But if you're completely sold on what it is you do and you know the impact you can create, then you got to lean into this. Features versus benefits. Features being, again, 6,000 pixel screen, 8 hours of coaching over 12 weeks time, one-on-one coaching, whatever. What is the benefit? What's the transformation? Then you can go a layer deeper. Value-based selling. How does what I do create direct value for you? And that's usually a questioning process in the sales process. Hey, what are you looking for? And you're making sure your product, your program can match what it is they're looking for and help them in some way. And then you've got identity-based selling. What do you stand for? What's the mission you're on? What's the vision for the world? And now it makes a sale so much easier because you're not trying to sell on some kind of feature or logical. Make sense? Cool. Number 2, and this one you're gonna gawk at because it's so simple, but it's social proof. We are literally, think about it this way, and I think this is the best way to think about it, is every time you're creating anything or talking about anything, back it up. Go at things as if nobody trusts you, no one believes you. So why on our websites and our social media pages and our pre-sale pages, we have a ton of social proof. I go at it as if you don't believe a word I say. And you shouldn't. And so I have to back up everything I say. And I see coaches do like, hey, we get results and this and that, but they're not backing it up. Hey, in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, you can do this, but they're not backing it up. I go in every conversation as they don't trust you. They don't believe you, you've got to back it up. And social proof is a great way of showing, not telling. That's another awesome rule, is show, don't tell. Show the transformation, don't just tell it. Show how it can transform someone's life, don't just tell it. Show the results you get, don't just tell it. Show the positive emotions and positive feedbacks your clients get, don't just tell it. And you cannot overuse this one. You can't overuse this one. I would put it on absolutely every page. Every step of the client journey is show, don't tell. And if every time you sit down to write anything or create a video or create whatever, you think about these 2 things, is how can I show it, not just tell it? How can I show it? How can I prove it? How can I demonstrate it, not just tell it, A? And B, how can I stir up emotion? How can I make my viewer, my audience, my client, my prospect feel it, not just think it? In fact, we get into our brains and we just start over-complicating absolutely everything. Make it as easy as possible. Wow, that sun is bright and hot already. It's like 6:30 a.m. or something. Make them feel it. Tell a story. Bring them into the story. Show them the transformation. What could that feel like? It's not just about losing the weight. What does that feel like? How do people look at you? How do you feel when you step out of the car, or when you're on the beach, or when you're on the whatever, in a bathing suit, or the business? How will it feel like to be able to travel? And this isn't made up. I get to do this. A lot of our clients get to do this. We had 2 or 3 clients literally move countries in the last 2 weeks, and they're just like, I got to move and not have my income affected. I can still do my job. I can still work with clients. Now I don't grossly exaggerate it. I'm not into the, hey, look at the yachts and look at this private plane. That's like 1% of my life. I come up here on the rooftop and I work, but I get to work in an environment and in a country and in a place that I want to be in, not constricted by borders or by whatever. Not constricted by doing work I hate. I love my work. I'll do this all day long. I woke up today being like, oh, today's content day. I can't wait to come up here and film. And when you, A, show, don't tell, but B, storytell and bring your clients and bring your prospects into that story, you're working on emotions, not logic. 2 things, that's it. In the comments below, if you'd like more of these, because I got like 7, 8, 9, probably 10 more I could start rhyming out. They do get a little bit more advanced, but I find like with these 2, you're good. If you do want more, let me know in the comments below, or if you have anything to add, anything to say, any questions you have, leave them in the comments below. A lot of these videos come from questions you ask on the YouTube channel. And with that said, really, really appreciate you. www.lucasrubix.com. If you did find this valuable, check out the website, because we've got like 100x the value on the website. And with that said, I'm gonna get out of here before I start sweating through this black t-shirt. The Canadian in me, of course, comes to Mexico and wears all black. But we have been here 2.5 weeks, and I have acclimatized. I was sweating like crazy for the first week. Now I'm actually pretty good. I truly hope this helped. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Like this video. Like it. subscribe. And then I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you.